Welcome back to another Punt Hunter video. This video is round 16 picks, as well as a little bit of a look back at Origin Game 2 and how our punts went on that day. So, as you can see, head to head, we had New South Wales coming out on top. I need to make that green. Bear with me. New South Wales coming out on top with a Queensland team that was pretty lackluster, pretty appalling to be honest. So New South Wales out on top. Queensland got smoked 26-0, I believe it was at the end there, and just outclassed fully. So winning margin, New South Wales 13 plus would have been on the money if you'd gone with me on that one. Same game multi, we missed this. Now we missed this because Brian To'o, the one missing link, did not score a try. If he had scored a try, we would have been in the money there. So that's how it goes sometimes, doing these same game multis with so many legs. If we'd taken that out and gone with a more conservative bet, we would have been in on the cash. So not a bad State of Origin game for us. Missing out on the same game multi, but getting the winning margin, 13 plus. So, yeah, we can take that. Anyways, on to the bets for this weekend. Let's get straight into it. So, first game this weekend is the Storm and the Roosters. This is on Thursday night at 9:50 p.m. New Zealand time. Now, this game has been moved to Newcastle because of the COVID stuff going on, and it looks to be. It looks like to me it could be a close game for a few reasons. Players backing up from Origin is always hard, and I think the Roosters with Sam Walker in at 7 again and Lachlan Lamb at 6 may be alright. So I have gone with a Storm victory, and I've gone with a Storm victory of 1-12. I think it's going to be closer than what the bookies have it on the TAB. It's actually the outside bet on this. So if you go with me on that, you're looking at a $3.60 bet there. So pretty good odds. I think it'll be a closer game. I don't think the Storm are going to have it all of their own way in this game. So I've gone with the Storm 1-12. Moving on. Second game of the weekend from Central Coast. Warriors home game. 8 o'clock Friday, 8 o'clock Friday night. I'm a little bit ahead of myself. This is an interesting head-to-head because it sees Chad Townsend come back to the Warriors for the first time in a couple of seasons. I think the last time he played was 2017 or 2018. And it also sees Dallin Watene-Zelezniak make his debut for the Warriors as well. Point of note here is Rogers back at fullback, and this is probably, it's not a bad thing, it's his best position, but without Reece Walsh, I think we're missing somebody there, something quite decent. Against the Dragons team that has been niggly in their last few games, they've been putting up some semi-decent games, and I think this one's going to be a close one. Jack Bird's in close to career best form for them. Corey Norman and Ben Hunt are playing all right. And I just think across the board, this is going to be a pretty close game considering how the Warriors have been tracking the last few weeks. So, again, I always say don't go with the Warriors, but I'm going with the Warriors. I'm going with the Warriors 1-12, which is paying out at $3.25. Warriors 1-12 for me, or if you're wanting to be a bit more conservative, head-to-head at $1.70. Now, chances are you could just do the complete opposite to that and probably get it right. So backing the Dragons head-to-head may be a smart idea because every time I seem to back the Warriors, they lose. So potentially go for the Dragons head-to-head, and that might get you a bit of good coin as well. Game 3 of the weekend is the Panthers Eels. Now, as you can see, no Nathan Cleary in this Panthers team. So this has swayed my punting a little bit on this one. Now, we saw when Cleary didn't play over the Origin period the first time, the Panthers had a loss, and they actually had a couple of losses in a row. Now, this Eels team is right up there in the table, and I think that Mitchell Moses and Dylan Brown together have started to form a pretty impressive combination, with Dylan Brown getting even more and more back to how he was prior to his injury. I think that with this being said, Nathan Cleary is such a big link for the Panthers, and I actually think that, well, my money with this game is with the Eels. I've backed the Eels, and I've backed them 1 to 12 at $3.75. I think this one might be the game of an upset. I've gone against the favourites, and I just think that with Cleary out, it could be interesting. And that's why I've chosen the Eels. This is a more risky bet. Betting people or people that are going with the trends at the moment would probably back the Panthers, and that probably wouldn't be too far away. I think it's going to be really close, but I just think the Eels are going to have too much on the day. I think a difference in team as well. As you can see, Panthers have brought in Brett Naden for his first game of the year, I believe. And it's a little bit of a mix mash of players. And I think a little bit of fatigue from the Origin period and having so many players in Origin could be enough for the Eels get the win there. Next game. Well, this one's not even worth talking about. Sea Eagles 13 plus, probably 20 plus. Bulldogs are hapless. The only player that seems to be doing much for them at the moment is Jake Averillo, and he looks amazing. And the Sea Eagles have been very, very strong. So I actually haven't even put a bet on this one because the odds are just so in the Sea Eagles' favour that you'd have to bet pretty risky to get this. Now, if I do choose to make a bet, I will be going with a same game multi. And the same game multi will look like this. So 17 plus win, Manly that is. Over 46.5 points scored in the game. Tries to Jason Saab and Ruben Garrick. First to 17 points, first to 2 tries, last team to score, and for them to win both halves. That's what I'd do. And that is a same game multi with all of those of, I believe, $3.70. I don't have my numbers here, actually, which is pretty bad. I didn't write it down. So I don't think I'll put money on this game, just for the fact that I think the Sea Eagles are going to smoke home here. And the Bulldogs don't stand a chance. Raiders-Titans. For me, this one's a hard one to pick. I think the Raiders are starting to get better. It's interesting. It's quite cool to see Jared Croker back in the centres. So I think he'll add some stability and some leadership that they may have been missing. Origin players are backing up for the Raiders, and I think Corey Harawira-Naera has been a standout this year for them. I expect a little bit more from the Titans. I think this could be a close game, so my bet's actually just the solid head-to-head. I think the Raiders head-to-head at $1.48 is where I will be placing my money on this one. Anyway, moving on to the next game, which is Saturday, the late game. Knights, Cowboys. I tossed up a bit with this one. I didn't know. The only thing that really swayed me with this was the fact that Kalen Ponga is back, and Mitchell Pearce and Kalen Ponga have a very, very, very strong duo in the Knights team when they get going. So that was the only thing that swayed it towards the Knights for me. And I've gone the Knights 1 to 12. Now I think the Knights will be just that little bit too strong. It's at McDonald Jones Stadium as well in Newcastle, so home game. Kalen Ponga back, Mitchell Pearce combination with him. I think the Cowboys have been getting better. I think for the Cowboys to win, Taumalolo has to have a very big game, and their halves really need to step up. I don't know if I rate Tom Dearden as a long-term half at the Cowboys, but it'll be interesting to see what they do next year when Chad Townsend comes to their club. But a couple of factors swinging it to the Knights. So I've gone the Knights 1 to 12 at $3.10 there. Moving on to Sunday, Sharks Broncos. Again, this game I don't even think I will put money on. Oh, actually, no, I have. I've gone Sharks head-to-head. Head-to-head's probably a safe bet. It is. It's $1.36, but I think it'll be a Sharks 13+. So head-to-head is a safe bet and what I'll be jumping on, but I think the Sharks will win 13+. The Broncos have been very average. Interesting inclusion this week of Katoni Staggs, so he will add quite a bit to this young Broncos team. It'll be interesting how he comes out after such a long time off, but I just think the Sean Johnson, Matt Moylan combination for the Sharks and the halves, and Jesse Ramian has been getting back to some really good form, so I think the Sharks will be too good, and I think it'll be 13+, but I've gone head-to-head in this one. Last game, I believe, of the weekend, potentially. Yeah, last game of the weekend. And we have the Rabbitohs, West Tigers. It's going to be the Rabbitohs, and it's going to be the Rabbitohs by a lot. You could go 13+ here, and it'll be probably 20+. I don't see the Tigers having any chance whatsoever. I've actually gone with the same game multi with the odds of $3.80. I've gone Rabbitohs 12+. Anytime try scorer Alex Johnson, anytime try scorer Latrell Mitchell. First to 18 points, first to 4 tries, and last team to score, Rabbitohs win both halves, Rabbitohs, and that's a $3.80 same game multi, which I don't think you'll go too far wrong with. And that wraps it up, I believe, for this weekend. I think NRL back is good. It was quite hard only having one game to watch last weekend, so you guys know the drill. Gamble responsibly if you are going to take a punt. As always, like, comment, subscribe, do all those things because I am really enjoying these videos and I think it's something that was long overdue. So please give us some feedback if you feel like I'm doing a good job, bad job, whatever. Anyways, until next time, peace out.